Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is Undone by Blood, Volume 2, or The Other Side of Eden, collecting the series. It collects all 4 issues and a standalone story. This was an interesting one. So it's written by Lonnie, Nadler, and Zach Thompson. Sami Kivela is the artist. Jason Wordie is the colorist. Hassan, Otsmane-Elhaou is the letterer. Alright, so this is about this guy named Silvano Luna Del Rio, who is a postman and decides to participate in a robbery to kind of get back what he thinks is owed himself. The robbery, of course, goes sideways, and they wind up robbing from the wrong people. This brotherhood who has these dark secrets, and then they wind up on the run. You know, of course, the robbery goes completely sideways, and it's Silvano and his partner trying to get away. Just like the first volume, there's kind of a dual story going on. This one, this Old West novel with the gunslinger Solomon Eaton, and then both stories kind of unfold, playing off of each other. And it's an interesting series. I think, you know, if you really like westerns, if you really like crime stories, I think you'll like it. This volume didn't quite click for me. Like, I appreciated it, but at the same time, there was like a choppiness to it. I think it never quite hit the interesting aspects of it. You know, having this kind of mysterious fraternal organization just chasing him, and it just never really paid off as to like I think what the org was. You know, it's there's scenes where just, you know, people kind of get cut off or caught up, and there's just, you know, gunfights, and it just feels like it was thrown in with like, hey, we need something action now. And just overall, like, the characters are never ones I don't really like a whole lot. So they're screwing up, and then them being chased, it never quite clicked to me of being like, these are characters I care about. So, I mean, overall, there's a lot of interesting. Like, I really think the strength of the series is like the Old West story, the Eaton story, playing off of this real story, and I think there's a lot there, kind of like, if you want to really like nail down that this is kind of like turn of the century, there's a lot that's about, well, not really, I mean, it's early 30s, so like early century. You know, there's a lot about skyscrapers, and, you know, is this like a natural thing? And there's really, it's kind of like a mix between that where the Old West meets kind of like modern society, if that makes sense. And I think there's something there. It just never quite plays out the way I hoped it would, and it never, I think, really explores the interesting themes and the interesting aspects enough. I mean, the art still continues to be good, just like the first volume. I think the art's really kind of solid and interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's just for me, it's a series that it never really clicked. You know, there was a lot of potential there of like an idea of an immigrant kind of stealing back of these people who are like, you know, potentially screwing over the country, and like there's something there that I think is really interesting. It just never quite nails it down. There is a little bit of extra. There's covers. There's like some character stuff, some pencils of pages. So there's a lot of interesting stuff there. I mean, if you really are into like crime stories or westerns, I think this is one you'll probably like. It just doesn't, for me, you know, I'm a fan of crime stories, not so much of westerns. It just never quite nails down what I hoped it would. So it is what it is. Obviously, it's been out for a little while now in comic shops. You can go get it. We get a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links. There'll be affiliate links, so you get a small percentage, or we get a small percentage by your purchase. By doing so, you help support our site, so thank you. Speaking of support, I want to thank AfterShock for hooking us up with a review copy, and of course, thank you all for watching. If you're into comics, if you're into AfterShock, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.